Hello everyone, my name is Clancy and welcome to the clan. I haven't said that in a very long time. I have already cut off the intro. You guys have already seen that. But I don't want to waste too much of your time because we have the self-appointed experts comment and it's a lot. 285 comments. I don't think I'm going to be able to go through all of them because of time, of course. Once again, I just want to say to you guys, thank you so much for the amount of views that you guys gave me on this video. It is sitting almost at 26,000 views with 1.4 thousand likes. Very important that you like every video, guys. That at least 1,000 likes is going to work. But without further ado, let's get into the self-appointed expert comment, and we're going to start with Tiaz, who says, if these guys are exonerated, the state is gonna be sued of huge millions by the guys. Of course, they have to. This is a malicious prosecution. That's the first thing. Second thing, defamation of character. And especially Wundanzi, which is accused number one and accused number two. I don't want to call them accused number one and accused number two because it's clear that this matter was smeared on them. They are innocent people from the heinous crime that they're accused of. They had loss of income and they need to recuperate that by suing the state and also suing the people that have put them in this position for all these. And I think as well for what do you call that? It's a psychological term. It has something to do not with trauma per se, emotional distress. Yeah, emotional distress. I think that is also monetizable if you are suing. Of course, you have to go through psychologists and psychiatrists and all these therapy sessions they are going to go to or go through. They need to pay money for that, and they need to get that money from the state who maliciously prosecuted them for a crime they did not commit. Palisa says, I give love to all defense lawyers. Love, love, love to them. Well done. Absolutely, I agree with that. Skululi says, we need people who were in the house with sense. So now that one for Baloy, it's done. Definitely. That's where 375 comes into place. That's where that docket that he tried to sweep under the carpet comes to life because it involves the people that were with Senzo Meiwa on that night and also the charge of defeating the ends of justice by the prosecutor, which is kind of scandalous if you ask me. Then we have Ash Bro who says Mgomezulu is going to show them how it's done. I cannot wait as well. Man, it's going to be interesting. Liani, hello Liani. Baloy and Kininda can stop the cooking. Do you think they'll do it? Now that they are in a deep, you know, we'll see what they are going to try and clean this week as they requested a week postponement. I don't know. They are already exposed, very exposed. Liana says, I love the way Advocate Tim Shololo just ignores Sibanda. That was beautiful to watch. Like, she didn't even, like, she discarded him like a piece of dirt. You know, Liani says the inmate was paid to speak against one of the accused. Yes, paid, I think so. Then we have Nolwazi. Hello, Nolwazi. And she sang like a canary. You know me. You know. Tia says, is this judge human? Hey, these days, we never know what's going on in this world. He continues to act like he can't see the glaring manipulation of phone numbers. Like, why continue on this charade? Why continue on this fabrication? You have the power to throw this case out of the court. But no, he doesn't. Wow. Then we have Michelle Shisa, who says the defense will go down in history books as one of the best lawyers slash advocates slash attorneys to ever come out of South Africa. They still have a lot to prove though before they can actually make it to the wings of history. This is just the beginning of them showing that they deserve to be a mention in history books. However, though, when it comes to the legal field of fraternity, their names definitely will make it in the law journals that law students are going to learn about in the coming years. So, yeah, definitely I agree with you on that one. Cynthia R. Hello, Cynthia R. Who says, I agree. Judge Rata may feel some type of way, but I don't yet believe he will rule in the interest of true justice and exonerate them as the evidence demands. But I remain hopeful. I also remain hopeful. I don't know what bravado he's going to have to come to a conclusion that is otherwise what the evidence is saying right now. I'll be shocked, beyond shocked, to be honest. And then we have user. Unfortunately, I can't see what the name is. He or she says the people who were in the house and Chico Twala has a case to answer. They must be brought before court for Senzo Meiwa's death. Absolutely defeating the ends of justice and all these other charges that also the state needs to sue them for wasteful expenditure. All of these things that need seriously, there is no way that these people can get away with this. They cannot get away with this. Then we have Tilly who says, do you remember Ngome Zulu asking what the taxi violence 205s had to do with this case? I remember that so vividly. I remember as I was listening to Pinky, and I'm like, oh my goodness, Ngome Zulu did mention this. Like, what does taxi violent case has to do with the death of Senzo Meiwa? But nobody answered him. Baloy acted as if he did not understand the question. Judge Rata, of course, protecting the state with, of course, the misinformation. This court is not misled. This court is misleading itself. That is why some of us have been saying this is an unfair trial. Then we have Imperado, who says state has really overcooked the I'm already tasting an overcooked meal. Now, can you imagine? Okay, let me restart that. Emperado says state has really overcooked the food now. The food and the pots are burning. Burnt meal. Then we have Niti. Hello, Niti. It's been a long time. I haven't seen you on these streets. How are you doing? So good to see you. How's Australia treating you? It seems like some things that they've said are unfolding before our eyes. Example, defeating the ends of justice. Apparently, that's the charge opened against Baloy, Gininda, and the works. And definitely, all of that is unfolding indeed. Then we have Dave who says the judge is live on TV. His pressure to remain and being seen to be doing justice. Yeah, and also he needs to also be seen to be doing whatever mandate he was mandated to do by the other people allegedly. Because we cannot go past that suspicion. We cannot go past it. Whether it's true or not, the way he's acting, the people that are accusing him of brown envelope acceptance, I mean, you can't pass it. You can't go past it. You cannot, because of the behavior he is exhibiting in court. Then Dave continues to say, imagine what was going to be the outcome if this was not televised. It would have long time finished, and the 5 men that stand accused of offing Senzo Mayo would be start serving long sentences, probably life sentence. I'm sure it would have been a life sentence. All 5 of them. Which would be an additional life sentence for accused number 5. I think it should be 7 life sentences, which is wow. Then we have Zanele who says, well done to the defense. Absolutely. Everbot says Stain will sing like a canary. Who gave him those Excel data? I'm also interested to hear from him who gave him the Excel data, because I think he's going to be accused of being the person that converted the PDF into Excel. That part, I think that is what they're going to do. That's why he's being called by the state or recalled by the state, which is I'm very interested. Valentine says, one thing I loved about Mam Shololo is the way she was calm. Even when they tried to upset her, she just ignored and continued like a penguin Sibanda does, not exist in that courtroom. That's true. She was very calm and very, like, I mean, a person like Michelle, people think that she's shouting when she's actually being passionate, and that is how she. Sometimes myself, whenever I want to lay a certain point, there's a tendency of my voice raising really, really high, and somebody will think I'm shouting when I'm actually not, or think that I'm angry when I'm not angry. Sometimes passion comes in different forms. Clearly, she loves being a lawyer, especially an advocate. So I don't know, but Sibanda, the way he was snubbed, that scene, it keeps playing in my head. Or last night when I was lying in bed facing up the ceiling, I just kept, I just kept saying that like, ooh, Sibanda, you just need to shut up when it comes to Mshololo. Then we have Koi M who says, my conscience is telling me that Staines will come back and spill the beans. I hope so. I hope he will come with the conscience that he developed when he went and resigned and just set the record straight. Throw the state, throw everybody under the bus. Then we have Londi who says things are falling apart. The center cannot hold no longer at ease. Man, did you just go on a poetry session right there? Oh, by the way, Things Fall Apart is my favorite book. I have it right here. Is it? Yeah, right here by Chinua Achebe, my favorite African author. Is he still alive? I don't think so. And by the way, when he came to Wits University, I was right there in front. And I was like this, listening to him in awe. Like, oh gosh, can I be this intelligent as well? That's how I was when he came. Which year was it? What year was it? It wasn't 2013. I know I was long gone from Wits University when he came. But let's go on. Lambo says, did Clinton say the judge is no longer with the state? No, I said, man, clan leader, you are too kind. Bless your heart. I know. I think I did not finish my sentence. I was saying he seems to not be with the state, but I think that's where I come, because my IQs just go like this, guys. Like I don't finish what I started saying. It's almost like I struggle with ADHD, but I don't. It's just my mind, the way it runs in my head. Sometimes I don't finish my sentences. But no, he's definitely still with them. Well, in my own opinion. Yoliswa says even the DNA, they were long cleared in this regard of case or CAS 636-10-2014. Not only the DNA, the crime scene itself exonerated these men. Oh, even if they did it, the crime scene was messed up with. What evidence did you pick up on a messed up crime scene? Before investigators arrived, the evidence was already clean. Other pieces of evidence were short, were not even there. And then comes to the DNA. Because all the eyewitnesses said the hat belonged to one of the intruders. And then the hat was taken for DNA sampling. It came back negative. None of these men killed Senzo Mewa. Then we have Leonie who says, hi, Clantis and friends. Advocate Mshololo was calm and focused. She really was. The defense team worked together like a well-oiled machine. They are very smart. I also love the way they were synchronizing. I know that there's a school of thought out there that says they're not getting along, particularly Mr. Mngomezulu and Mr. Mshololo. I don't think that is the case. Yes, where there is a group of people, there are going to be differences of opinions and different battle of there will be different ideas, and then you have a battle of ideas when you are discussing and debating the angles you should go with. Yes, sometimes some people will be a little bit sensitive and act out in a different way, but at the end of the day, they have a picture that they need to focus on, and this is to clear the names of their clients respectively. So I don't think that there is a beef going on anywhere amongst the defense team. I think they are working together, and you can even tell that Ngome Zulu's responsibility is this, Ramusipili is that, Mnisi is that, Mumalo is that, and Mr. Mshololo is that. You can actually tell if you are really, really a smart person, like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Mumalo deals with the technicalities of statements. You can tell that, what's his name, Mr. Ngome Zulu, he exposes the prima facie part of the case and say, there it is. And then comes Mr. Mnisi, who does confirmations. And then comes not Mr. Mnisi, Mr. Ramusipili. Then comes Mr. Mnisi, who now deals with the crux of the matter. And then comes Mr. Ngumalo, who does the accuracy and inaccuracies of statements. And then comes Mr. Mshololo, who does a clean sweep now. Now, like summarizing what Ngome Zulu did, what Ramusipili did, what Mnisi did, what Mr. Ngumalo did, and she wraps it all up and put the nail on the head. That's what is happening. If they were not working together, then we'll be seeing one going that direction and the other one going that direction and the other one going in that direction. So I don't believe there's any animosity going on amongst the defense. And I also heard about how Mr. Defu said something about Mr. Mshololo, and in my mind I'm like, but she would have to go south while everybody's going north, and she's not done that. So I don't know. Maybe he has a bone to pick with her, or a cheese to grind with her. Hence, he made that accusation. Or maybe prior to all of, I don't know. I wasn't there, but I don't see any dissension amongst the defense lawyers. They are like what do you call that thing? They are clay, and they are working together. And so I do agree with you, Leonie. There, I do. Then we have Nanosa Consulting. Why the judge never asked for doctor's medical report? I thought about that yesterday. I'm like, I hope it comes with a doctor's letter as well. But it is what it is. You know how some are more equal than others. So, yeah. Tikolisa, how are you doing, Tikolisa? Don't make me laugh. You will fall ill too. Hey, I would fall ill myself. The moment I am sitting and I'm listening to Pinky, first my stomach will go cold. Next thing, my heart will be racing. Next thing, an ambulance is called. Like, I think, hey, something is happening to my. I promise you, you will find me in hospital for real. Because what Pinky was doing. Then we have Nelly, who says, I like the blue ticking by Mshololo twice. Literally ignored him. Get Zulu. That was very funny. Nambuso says, we wish Stain a speedy recovery. Please recover, Stain. You are needed. You are needed. Margaret, how are you doing, Margaret? And thank you for joining the channel membership. I see you, and I saw you when I was going to. I was like, oh my goodness, Margaret is a member. Thank you so much, guys. The the membership button thingy link is in the description box. Please check it out. Yeah, we got stuff to do there. Otherwise, I'm gonna be forced to create a whole channel on politics. Shalolo must include Rata. This old man is so corrupt. But can he though? He's a judge. I mean, apparently these judges in South Africa, they got such privilege. Some lawyers even call them the gods, small g, of course, of South African courts. So they're untouchable. That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is. And while my glass suddenly went, yeah. Then we have Sege, who says, "Last first, being Botswana, I've come to learn some words of South African languages. You from Botswana? What's up, Botswana? Is in the house." Yeah, South Africans, we have words here. Every day there'll be a different one that is coming up as well. Then we have Sbo Mangwane, or Sbo, let's put it that way. Wow, man, I really like how your two IQs work. You really break this whole case beautifully. Thank you so much. In there, something is going on and I cannot control it. I promise you, it sees the way it sees, and sometimes it does make mistakes, and I get corrected here, and I always appreciate it, honestly speaking. And when it's done with such respect and maturity, it's what I love, honestly. Then we have Mhloni Shwa, who says people are going to pull a Shabir Sheikh and be out of jail due to medical reasons. And we've been seeing this being, and I remember when Shabir Sheikh did it, and I was like, my goodness, this is going to open a very horrible precedent. And I think what's his name tried it. But then with him, he passed away immediately after he was released on medical parole. What was his name? The former police chief, not chief, was it chief? General. I don't know what they are called these days. That's why I'm a little bit confused. Jackie Celebi. And there were others as well that tried it out. And yeah. So would is Stain that powerful to actually pull a Shabri Sheikh? Or unless somebody promised him that, hey, listen, we are going down with the ship. Jump onto the lifeboat and then tell our story. I don't know. Then we have Kamu who says, Shawclad, what's up, Kamu? Even if Baloy can say Stain misled them, Pinky said she pointed out the discrepancy to the prosecution and they did nothing about it. Yes, that's very true. That's very true. Hmm. Liani says Simanda was grabbing air, literally, every time he stood up. Like, what's happening, sir? I just kept saying, sit down, Wena, man. Hey. Puleg says, oh my, I love Everton Shololo. In fact, I love them all. I love them all as well. They've done such a beautiful job. Then we have Busa. Busana, okay, here goes the coconut coming through. Busanani, oh, here we go. Busa, let's just put it there. I'm sorry, Busa, I'm so terribly sorry. Where is the South African prosecuting department and ministers looking this case and not doing anything? The GNU just started. Who knows? Maybe they're still studying and looking at stuff that they need to question. I don't know. But the prosecuting authority, they seem to be in the mishmash with all of this. Because remember, Pinky said she submitted the PDF to NPA. So the person that commissions a prosecution is the NDPP. I think it started provincial, then to the national, which is, what's her name, Shamila Patori? And right now, where I am sitting, I'm like, she's questionable herself. So now, who do you go and report a prosecutor to? Honestly, I don't know. Those that in the know, please let us know. Then we have Pindi who says breathing like Mish. Who's over strong. Then we have Tidi Anna who says Nam Shalolo forgot to ask her who she sent the PDF to at TSU, I think Gininda. I love Pinky and thank you, Mshoza. I think it's Gininda because he's the lead investigator. Then we have Noniko. What's up? Why are you laughing? Oh, poor Clances. Ngia. I got it wrong. Guys, being a first generation coconut is not easy. That part I can just tell you. Then we have a lady who says that that's why Mamfundisi didn't know the difference between a revolver and a 9 millimeter, being a police officer of so many years. I didn't believe her. There's no way she doesn't know what a revolver, or at least came across a revolver in her career. Unless she's one of those people who got the job through questionable means. Did not go to training. I don't know. I don't know. One is tempted to say so many things, but then again, you also don't want to get accused of things because you are trying to make sense of how come a whole police officer of so many years, this senior, would not know how a revolver looks like or has never seen a revolver in her life. It's a lie. It's a lie. Then we have Chloe who says, H Clantis, I don't have words. Sure. Yeah, seems that. This is South Africa. We are always left with our jaws hanging. It's a film. Nhlanhla, what's up, Izo? I beg to differ. That judge already, and we all knew he's going to find a favor of the states. I think you are along with us on this one. You are with the rest of us on this one. Marianne says, spot on, clan. Thank you. Then we have Ndub. There we go again. Then we have Ndubane. I apologize, Ndubane. Thank you. You spot on, classes. Mr. English Kininda is in big trouble in this case. But was he doing this? Why? Why? For what reason, really? Because he needs to prove a point. Maybe he wants to be police commissioner. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Maybe he wants to be national police commissioner. Because apparently there are goals that he needs to set for promotions. Come what may, I need to be commissioner of the police. So I can, thank goodness this is exposed. Imagine Gininda, commissioner of police in South Africa. Sis man, Ngiyabonga. Thank you. YTL says we need Zungu to come back and tell us why he lied. He needs to be arrested in the courtroom. That's what I am saying. And why they are paying his protection services with taxpayers' money. What? What? Wait. What are you telling me? Yeah. No. If this is true, we want our taxpayers' money back. It could not be under Section 204. Is it 204? I think so. He cannot be under Section 204. Let's see what 204 is. I could be wrong. Man. Come on. What is okay, let's put it this way. What is Section 204 of the Criminal Procedure Act? Yes. Section 204 is only used in exceptional circumstances where it is in the interest of justice to use the provision. The court decides whether or not to grant immunity from prosecution to a witness after the evaluation of the evidence of the witness. No, that's not the one. The one I'm looking for is where he is under protection. But then again, maybe he was offered immunity if he testified. Let's read that again. Section 204 is only used in exceptional circumstances where it is in the interest of justice to use the provision. The court decides whether to or not to grant immunity from prosecution to a witness. He was a witness. And remember, he was a witness that was hanging with inkabi, exchanging guns and all that stuff after the evaluation of the evidence of the witness. So that means it's somebody that bargains with the state type of situation, who himself was a part of the crime. Wow. This is not, I cannot accept that. I cannot accept that. Melusi says Stain is sweating where he's, he's in hospital. Deduces say, let's welcome 375 clan. Yes, to the front. Evolution says life insurance about to expire for the state team. Yeah, because they're going to be fired, right? And going to jail. All that hard work. And how true is it that Simande is Zimbabwean? Not that it matters. I'm just thinking with all of this that's happening, that is he not a flight risk? I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not. I kept seeing or hearing people say he's from there, but I don't know what the facts are. King7324 says they just need to check out those Section 205 for those people left and see which ones made calls after the shooting and to whom. Yeah, Tumelo Madlala. And maybe we can even get that call from Tumelo to Senzo's brother. Yeah, absolutely. I agree on that one. Sega says, Clancy's remember when Advocate Timnisi asked Zungu if he knows what perjury is. I remember, and Judge Rata stood up and defended him. Rata jumped, Rata jumped and said to Zungu, you don't need to answer if you don't want to incriminate yourself. Yes, I remember that. I remember. Funny how things turn out at the end. Then we have Phil Shongwe, who says the defense wants to make sure that Stain doesn't come to testify because this will allow him to make excuses about the discrepancies on the phone records. Because definitely the state will have to ask these questions. Why did you give us? Why did you give the prosecution discrepancies of evidence? Where is the original? That I'm telling you, that is the whole reason why I think Baloy is calling Stain. He's going to be the fall guy, and they're going to exonerate themselves because at the end of the day, it is the investigating officers that submit evidence to the prosecution. And if the prosecution sees that they have a prospect of winning this case, then they take it to trial. Stain, if I were you, I'll see a lawyer first while I'm lying in that hospital. Liani says, I knew from the beginning he resigned to try and escape the truth. Yeah, absolutely. Now it's becoming clear. There's no retirement here. This was a resignation. Then we have Tim Kulu, who says that that's not double jeopardy. Double jeopardy is not being charged for the same crime twice. Once you have been acquitted of a crime, you can't be charged of that crime again. That's double jeopardy. Yes. Thank you so much for that enlightenment. I truly appreciated him, Tim Kulu. Very much so. Then we have Sego who says allegedly Sab seems to be as follow: one, be a Sab's former or informer for many years. Two, that's Zungu. Two, bring info to Sabs for a case. Three, then get a permanent job at Sabs. It looks like it, eh? No training, because we've been hearing people taking the stand and they're Sabs members. And you're like, but you should know what an investigation is, shouldn't you? So all this time when you were going to Northwest, going probably to KwaZulu Natal, going to Pretoria, Johannesburg, and all these places, using state vehicle, calling people for a job, pretending to be a recruiter, all of that stuff, what were you doing it for? Honestly speaking. Then we have the combo who says, Mshola, show them what black lawyers can do. Black excellence right there. And then we have Manzane. Manzane? I apologize, guys. I do. Sibanda was just talking for the sake of talking. He stood because of the embarrassment. The embarrassment was of the facts that were revealed by the defense. I wonder, you see, in Zulu we say if manga when you are in a sticky situation, sithi ushukula ish never mind. One time somebody said I was swearing, but it's a Zulu expression. Shukula. Let me leave it. Let me leave it. Let me leave it there. But so they continue to say, even if Baloyi can understand why did he mislead the court, still it goes back to them because Pinky said she told the state about the discrepancies and the state did nothing about it. That's defeating the ends of justice, I tell you, right there. Then we have Agnes who says, why does the state have so many witnesses? It's my question as well. Were they there when Sensomia was shot and killed? Because there were people that were with Sensomia, his friends, and concubine. There were only a few in the house where Senzo was killed. They clearly have multiple stories to tell. Yeah, I think they're also trying to save face as the South African police service, how crappy they are. Liane says it will be interesting to hear what Zungu will say when confronted with the evidence of the Vodacom with, if the minister, if really this guy, he's being protected, it's time to pull out. He lied. Pull out. Then we have Tabo, who says clan member. Okay, this one is it's a bit of a lengthy comment, but let's go through it. Tabo says, I think the case is nearly finality now. We soldiered on. Oh, we did. Oh, we did. A couple of things stood out for me, and if Judge Rata brings that already prepared judgment, it will be interesting. One, the DNA cleared all the 5 men from the crime scene. Two, the bogus doctor cleared Ntanzi that he had no gold tooth, implying that he was never in that house as alleged by the people in the house, especially the lady that cried in court to create a circus. I still remember Zandi. 3, the confessions made do not point to any of the 5 men. They actually reveal that they were never made freely and voluntarily. 4, the Vodacom experts cleared the 5 men from the crime scene. 5, the hat that was said to belong to Ntanzi was actually confirmed not to belong to any accused. As for the rest about the poorly handled case and incompetent officials, including the MPA, in open bracket, Baloy and Sibanda, close brackets. We wish the good officers and good MPM members take up the challenge and bring them to account. I fully agree with everything said. Case closed. And then start prosecuting the liars. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tabo, for that. Thank you so much. It's like a refresher's course that you gave us right there. Mlambo says, is there a reason why Kininda couldn't start tomorrow? Like, for real? Because we know it's going to take from here to Timbuktu for him to finish, because he will take us through criminal law 101 with a simple question of yes or no. And then he also wants to bombard the defense by saying, I need to answer this question properly so that you can understand. And then he goes off tangent. I know. Judge is like, tell JP, I didn't ask for this adjournment. I think he was just saying it because some YouTubers said, why when it's the state, it's not Judge President is not angry. But when it's the defense of Mr. Gomez Zulu, hey, Judge President this, hey, Judge President that. I think he was just saying it. But sir, you allowed it without even questioning a thing. Like, for real. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Then we have another user. I don't see the name. All those who are inclusive to this Nyop Notion must come back to clean up their mess because there's a smoke. Host, you are in a queue. All of them. Everybody. Tim Kulu says Umlungu is not taking the fall for abantu abamnyama uzobanyisa ustate. The state can't admit he misled the state cause the case fall apart. They don't. They don't want that. Hi, we'll see what Stain has to say next week, Monday. Ntokozisi says, I suspect Stain became afraid afraid that this was wrong. I think so too. After he testified last year. And it may lead to his arrest when he is almost about to retire. He retired. He retired. That's what they're saying. Yes, he developed a conscience. I sincerely believe so. Mikey says Mgome Zulu had mentioned all these before the two men visit his house in the following morning, and that the 205 was only related to the taxi in Pumalanga, not Senzo's case. Yes, I remember that. So what they are all doing here is to cut and paste. They even take information from other cases to fabricate this one. Exactly. Like that 9mm. That 9mm and that bullet head that was found behind glass jars, all planted from the same case that accused number 3 is serving a crime for. I'm telling you, it's coming from there. That is why I misunderstood it to be double jeopardy type of situation. But now it makes sense. Double jeopardy should be being prosecuted twice for a crime you were already acquitted for, or even served a prison sentence for, but you did not commit it. It's like I was falsely accused of killing somebody, I got convicted for it, and this person is not even dead. And then I serve my sentence. I serve the sentence in full, and then I can literally, when I am released, walk straight to that individual whom I'm accused of killing, take a gun and blow them, and I will not go to jail for it because I've already served the sentence for that crime. Double jeopardy, right? Stanley says, Sibanda and Baloy messed up big time. Rata is like a lamb going to the slaughter. When Pinky started elaborating to Miss Mshololo as to whom the phone numbers are recorded to. And like I said, Shunkolum Sincere, I'm telling you. Miriam Miriam says staying should come. Yes, this case is just about closed now that the truth is out. All that's left is them telling us who the real killers or killer of who the real killer is. Finish. I think I'm going to close with the next 5 comments, and that will be it. Then another user who says, thanks, Mr. Tumaguten. Thank you so much. Love you right back. And then we have Chawamu Faster. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. 1,000 apologies. Now you are sounding like yourself indeed, my brother. What did I do? Then we have Bongi who says she is lying. She is laying no charges, just playing to the gallery. Did she tell you that? Just wondering. Cynthia says, but Stain can't fall alone. No, definitely. Docket 636 should never have been prosecuted. And I know that Baloy knows it, but since it's all going down, Downhill, he wants to vilify Stain. That's my suspicion as well. But it was his decision to prosecute a case he knew without a doubt shouldn't have been prosecuted, with witnesses he knew had nothing to do with Senzo, and arguing evidence that wasn't even in the year Senzo was murdered. What Baloy is doing now by calling Stain and trying to vilify him is just the last grasp of a dying horse. Yep, absolutely. The last two. Trusty. Trusty says, why did Baloy not foresee for Gininda to come first to take the stand? Of course, Baloy knew Stain is hospitalized, and he only made submission and not application for Stain being recalled. But Judge Rata once more came against the state's rescue. Right? Then we have Buntle. Then Buntle says, I'm sure I said it wrong. So if the 205 was only sent in May this year, what was on the USB that the defense couldn't open? Right? Hey, we never even thought of that. Never even thought of that. Ow. Then we have Ramudi who says, "Oh wow, Abuti, does this mean we will never see the spoon again?" You will see the spoon again. I'm on leave right now, and recently I've been working from home. And when you see the spoon is when I'm at the office. And since the office moved, I don't think I ever used the spoon. Definitely the spoon will come back again, don't worry. Sipo says Abelungu Banjalo will tell everything. Hey, I've seen people at work, but one of my two jobs before the ones that I done in the past, where hey, you are right, God. That's all I will say. People go fired. Minister says, I believe the judge is hinting to the state whenever he wants to clarify something. It's an indication. And was disappointed in defense for allowing this break. I wanted Gininda there before Stain. I also wanted Gininda before Stain. But okay, it is what it is. The last one is from Salvin. What's up, Salvin? What's up, Salvin? Long time. Greetings, Clanters and the clan. Hope you're all well. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Clanters, for the enlightening, empowering video. Thank you so much for that. I highly appreciate your support all the time, Salvin. Thank you. Much appreciated. It's getting really interesting as the twist in the tale unravels. Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for the self-appointed expert comment. Like I said, there's almost 300 of comments that are in this video, and I highly appreciate each and every one of you for submitting. And please continue to support the clan as you are honorable members of the clan yourself. And don't leave this video without giving it a like. And if you're considering subscribing, subscribe. And don't forget to click the bell notification so you get notified for my new videos. Guys, thank you all so much for being here. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.